Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your very first time here, welcome. My name is Donna-Suela. And in today's video, I'll be sharing with you a few tips on how to not break the no contact rule. Tip number one on how to not break the no contact rule is to know exactly why you're doing this. Being in no contact with the person you love is one of the most difficult things to do when it comes to dating. And for some reason, it hurts even more when you're in a situationship with this person. I've noticed that most people tend to not make it past the talking stage nowadays. And when they do, they call it a situationship instead of a relationship, which is why it hurts even more because in your mind, the no contact phase is ruining the potential of the relationship. But ask yourself this. Why are you trying to make it work with someone who didn't even bother to make it official with you? Just like that one quote said, why lose your mind over someone who doesn't mind losing you? 9 times out of 10, you're not in love with this person. You're in love with the idea of them. Make a list of all the reasons why you think that you guys should get back together and should not get back together. And try to leave the physical stuff out of it because sex can cloud our judgment and make us overlook certain things. Ask yourself this. Have I grown emotionally ever since I've met this person? Do they inspire me to become better? Or do they simply just keep me on the phone for hours to love bomb me into thinking that they're the one? And this is where most of us go wrong. We think that the minute someone is on the phone with us for hours, they're immediately the one. No, some people simply don't have anything to do with their lives, so they'll entertain themselves by keeping you behind on your homework and your goals. So sit alone for a while, maybe even meditate, and ask yourself if breaking the no contact rule will be beneficial for you and your future. Tip number 2 on how to not break the no contact rule is to unfollow them on every single social media platform. After you've decided that this person is no longer good for you, you need to get rid of every single reminder of their existence. This also means deleting videos, photos, and all those cute messages you guys used to send to each other. And I'll admit this is one of the hardest parts. I remember having one of my ex-situationships, his pictures in my phone, and my sister discovered it. She then deleted it, without my permission of course. She then deleted it and waited till I fell asleep to also delete it out of my trash album by using my face. And of course I was pissed at first, but then I reminded myself that this person is perfectly fine with living without me and was also perfectly fine with mistreating me. And when you keep up with their every move on social media, you'll be more likely to reach out to them the minute they share something you like or find funny. You'll also become an attention whore, I know, because I've been there, done that. Sharing everything just to get a reaction out of them. And when they don't react to it or don't even view your story, you create a close friends group with only them in it so you can post it again in the hopes that they'll finally view it. This is of course embarrassing and it takes away too much of your time. And you do not want to be with somebody who makes you do this. You want to be with somebody who keeps you on your tracks. The third tip on how to not break the no contact rule is to imagine him ignoring your messages and calls. Let's say you're feeling lonely one day and you want to reach out to him. Before you do that, please close your eyes and let's imagine this. You reach for your phone and you send him a DM or a text message. 3 hours go by and yet still no response, and this is not the time to make up excuses for anyone that man is not busy. Because in this day and age where people are glued to their phones 24/7, I promise you he has seen your text. Picture him seeing your name pop up in his notification bar and rolling his eyes to the back of his head, and then he takes a screenshot of it and sends it to the group chat where him and his friends are going to of course make fun of you. You're too pretty to be made fun of. You're too pretty to be begging anyone to love you. And you're too pretty to allow bad behavior. Now, if this still doesn't scare you, allow me to paint another picture for you like Travante and Mia Copa. What color do you see when you close your eyes? Blue. Okay. He's with his new girlfriend watching Netflix and you send him a text. He takes his phone and he sees your name and he starts to laugh. He then shows his new girlfriend and now they're both laughing at you. And you're the laughing stock now, of course. The fourth and final tip on how to not break the no contact rule is to practice self love. I personally think that this is the most important one of them all because without self love, you're more likely to allow mistreatment. Unfollowing them on social media won't work. Getting rid of all the cute memories and deleting all the messages won't help either because you do not know your own self worth. And I know you're tired of hearing the term self love. I am too, to be honest. It became a trend during 2020 when the pandemic hit and people didn't know what to do with themselves anymore. So they took that isolation as an opportunity to go inwards and find their worth. The main reason why you're even in situationships to begin with is due to insecurities and lack of self love. Your insecurities and your lack of self love are the reason why you accept the bare minimum and the reason why you pretend to be okay with no commitment. And if you feel bad about raising your standards, I suggest you read the book called Why Men Love Bitches. And by bitches, the author does not mean actual mean girls like Regina George. No, she simply means women who set their standards high and don't lower them for anybody because they know their worth. And in society's eyes, a woman like that is a bitch. Hence the name Why Men Love Bitches because men actually do respect those women and not the ones that lower them and act like a doormat. So that was it for today's video. If you've enjoyed it, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you for tuning in with me and as always, till next time, bye bye.